Let's talk about adding blogs, wikis, journals, or discussions to one of your projects. Lots of people, I think, have shied away from using these tools because, for one thing, they're not really sure what the difference is between the four of them. So let's take a look at that. We'll go into our It's a Digital World course and to our editor. And you'll see when we go to add something to our course, we have lots of choices, right? Most of you guys probably go straight to task or submission. That's what we see most often in Echo. But I want to encourage you to give something else a try. So let's look at the blog tool. You would use a blog when you want students to be able to comment on each other's work. So students can post their own blog and they can read each other's comments. Parents can see all the comments. You can assign blogs just to groups. But I will say there's not the ability to add pictures or graphs to a blog yet. So here's where you set it all up. You go through all of the same procedures that you do for all of your other activities. Add your data, add your objectives if you want to, set up your scoring, right? You guys are all familiar with this. Set up your navigation, but you see a little bit different tab right here, blog settings. And here's where you have a few choices. If you want the blog to belong to a group, you can do it that way. So you can save it. So that might be something interesting to add a little excitement to some of your projects. So remember, with a blog, students can post on their own blog and they can comment on each other's blogs. And you do have the ability to make group blogs. Now, let's take a look at wikis. So some of you maybe have been using wikis for a while. They're right here. There are lots of ways you can use them outside of Echo, although it is nice to have everything kind of inside this walled garden. A wiki is one collaborative document. You can also assign it to a group and you can have pictures. So same thing, you'll go through, do your setup, click through all of your tabs, and the one we want to look at is the wiki settings right here. So when you go through, you can also assign that just to a group, right? So that makes it a little interesting. When you do a wiki, it's really a sort of website that's collaborative that all the kids in a group or in your class can contribute to. So that makes it nice. So right now we know that blogs, right? Blogs, students can comment on each other's and they can be assigned to a group. Wikis, everyone can contribute, everyone can read, and you can use pictures inside of a wiki. Now let's take a quick look at journals. So here we go. Click on journal. We've done videos on journals before, so if you're interested in a deeper dive, just go to our YouTube channel and take a look at that. You go through all of these tabs just the same. It's probably easier to use than all of the rest of them. You can make it course specific, right? By putting the link like in your agenda, and you can use it for your whole course rather than just for a project. The big difference with a journal is it is private to the student and the teacher. So nobody else can comment on it. And at this time, teachers can't comment back to students in their journal, but you can give them feedback through the gradebook. So blogs, students can post on their own blog and comment on each other's. You can assign them to groups. Wikis, everyone can contribute and everyone can read. It's a gigantic collaborative document and you can use pictures and you can assign it to a group. Journal is private to the teacher and student. You can create it as a course link and use the same journal all year or all project, and you can archive by month. All right, so let's jump into the last item I wanted you guys to learn about today, the discussion board. So we'll go to adding a discussion board. Everyone can see it. You can comment on your own threads or you can begin your own threads. So let's click on this discussion board right here. And same thing, go through all your tabs. We'll take a look at the discussion settings. This is where you have some choices as a teacher. So you can let users edit or you can make them go with their first draft, right? You can let your instructors delete posts, which I would recommend keeping that clicked. In fact, I would set it up probably exactly like this, although sometimes I might not let students create new threads depending on what grade level I was teaching. I might want to be in control of what the discussion questions are. And you can also give each group their own discussion board. So discussion boards are open to all students. Students can respond to each other. Parents can see the posts. You can assign them to groups. In the discussion board, it's kind of cool because you can add attachments, pictures, and links. And teachers have some options here for control. So I would encourage all of you to give a try this spring semester to adding a blog, a wiki, a journal, or a discussion to your latest project and get a little interactivity going between your students inside of Echo.